So your focus for your data collection, there's professional standards that we're going to talk about, but I think we've just talked about that you want me to focus on looking for independent learning.
Yes.
And personal redirection.
Yes, because the lesson itself, the conversions themselves are a bit confusing, but the math is pretty simple. And the main point of this lesson is to learn how to do a conversion, and then later we're going to be doing inches to feet, minutes to hours, kilometers to meters, milliliters to liters. So I guess this lesson is kind of the first in a series of our conversions unit. So for this one, instead of focusing on the math, which obviously I'm also wanting to focus on building independence, because that skill is going to be applicable to so many other things in class and life in general, more than just the math itself.
Okay, awesome. So here are the California standards for the teaching practice. If we were to look at one, is there one specifically that you would like help growing in?
Ooh. I'd say standard 2-3, promoting social development and group responsibility. That would be a great one. And then another one could be planning and implementing classroom procedures and routines that support student learning.
Okay. And if I heard you correctly, in the beginning you're saying that you were using a check-in system of a thumb up, thumb down in terms of understanding of the lesson while they're working.
Mm-hmm.
Then they also have a check-in system within the lesson, so I'm looking for the check-in system within the lesson to see if they're understanding to move on to the challenge.
Yes.
So this is how I'm looking to see how you're working on the standard, if that makes sense.
Okay.
And then you're looking at, can they redirect themselves and how many times you need to redirect a student. So
yes.
For instance, in particular, where in the lesson do you think that you have developed this, have you focused on building independence and having this personal growth within the CSTP?
A big part of my math lessons in general and this lesson is the students being able to determine when they are feeling like they're ready to move on to our bonus challenge worksheet, because some of them are going to finish the pages in the workbook fairly easily. So something that I'm looking for is once students are done and they check in with me that they're done with the workbook pages, are they then able to go get the challenge bonus worksheet from where I already told them it's going to be. They know where it's going to be. And then are they able to get that and sit back down and continue working independently while I am helping the rest of the students who are stuck on the math book lesson. So I'm really looking for early finishers being able to take the next steps on their own and move on to the next part of their lesson without prompting or redirection from me.
I've looked at independent seating, or I should say you have choice seating in your room, and how do you set up your choice seating?
So students, it is honestly pretty fluid. Students are welcome to move around the class and sit with friends, and they also are able to utilize our more flexible seating. There are times when that isn't super successful because kids want to sit with their friends and they get off track, but it also, the flip side of that is when they are on track, it's really helpful because they help each other. So there are a few students who are a bit more distractible, but I'm trying to redirect that distractibility into helping because those students are very high academically, and I want to utilize that, and I want them to feel confident in especially their math abilities, and supporting their classmates who need help. We don't do it because it doesn't work, but for this lesson in particular, since we're working on independence and responsibility, I would like the kids to have that as an option to see how they do with moving from workbook to the challenge worksheet on their own and staying on top.